What's up, everybody, and thank you for listening to Mastering the Mindset. My name is Dariusdotch, and I'm an actor, hip-hop artist, and fitness and life coach. And I'm here to personally help you train and improve your mindset so that you can, 1, become the best version of yourself mentally, and 2, gain focus and motivation to be able to take action and achieve the success in life that you want and deserve. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to my channel, and at the end of this episode, if you liked it, please share it with a friend or loved one or someone who would benefit from hearing this message. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm ready to go on this journey with you, and that journey begins now. All right, and welcome back to another episode. So today, we're going to talk about how we can walk through life, and no matter how much other people in our lives try and tear us down, no matter how much people want to do negative stuff to us, we're going to talk about how to not let people's opinions affect us, how to not let them get us outside of ourselves and be offended by their words and their opinions. And look, we're human. We've all been there, and it can happen damn near in any aspect of life when dealing with other people, right? Relationships with your partner or your significant other, friends, parents who always bring you down, people that make you feel some kind of way. And how do we deal with it? With the coworkers, it can happen from anybody. And if this is something that is happening to you a lot, then the first thing I'm going to say to you is stop hanging around people who are trash. For real. Stop hanging around people that make you feel that way. Figure out how to distance yourself from that. Those people who talk down to you, who don't celebrate your success. They find holes and talk down on your success. They cut you down all the time. They give you all the backhanded compliments, or they constantly give you those negative comments. And just one of those moments, those instances, it's not really a big deal. But after a while, those little tiny cuts start to add up, and it's just one after another until now the way you look at them when they come around is different. So if you hang around people that treat you like that, stop. Don't hang around those people. That's the first thing. The second thing, and a lot of folks might not want to hear this, but nobody can hurt you with words that you don't already believe. Nobody can hurt you with words that you don't already believe. If somebody says something that hurts you or pisses you off or makes you sad, it's because you believe it to be true. I could walk up to you and say all kind of random things that wouldn't offend you. But the things that do get to you are the things that you believe to be true. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent, like Eleanor Roosevelt said. If somebody is making you feel bad, there's a part of your mind that's allowing it, that's consenting to it, that's making you feel a type of way. If somebody says to you, you have an ugly, squeaky, falsetto, annoying voice, and you know for a fact that you don't have a squeaky voice, then there ain't no way in hell it's going to offend you. But if somebody said to you that you have an ugly mole on your chin, and if you do have a mole on your chin and you think it is ugly, then that comment may affect you. You have to realize that whenever somebody says something to you that's offensive or it hurts, it's an insecurity that you have. And there is a positive side to this. Because once we notice the things that do get to us, we can recognize it and take note and say, okay, so what is it? What is it that guy said to me, or somebody's opinion that got to me, and it pisses me off and it hurt me, and why does it make me feel this way? Whoever did it or whoever said it has given you a gift. It lets us know where we are not free. This gift is showing you where you get hung up. And yes, we can choose not to ever hang out with that person ever again and forget they said it, but that ain't going to make it go away. What can we do? Or what we can do is take it, figure out why it made us feel that way, and do something about it. What's up, what's up, what's up? I want to take a quick moment to say thank you so much for listening to this episode, and to also let you know that this podcast is 100% donation driven, which means it's completely funded by you, the listener. So if you like the content I have to offer, I would love it if you can make a donation and you get to pick the amount. I left links in the description of the video as well as my homepage. You can choose which way benefits you the best to donate. And if you need more options, please feel free to email me at dariusdotch@gmail.com. That's dariusdotch@gmail.com. Again, thank you so much for being here, and let's get back to it. And a quick example of what happened to me a little while ago. So I took out an ad on Facebook and Instagram to promote my workout program. And in the video, I was working out, obviously. And if you've ever taken out an ad, then you know that you're reaching out to a bunch of random people that you don't know. And it could be anybody. And this particular person left a random ass comment underneath my video. And they said, quote unquote, "We get it. You train people. You don't have to whore yourself out. Get a life. Be a real trainer." Now, of course, I deleted it and I blocked them. But if that would have offended me, that would have shown me that what they said about me was how I felt deep down. That by me putting out workout videos and a pic here and there with my shirt off, that I'm, quote unquote, whoring myself, which I believe to be the furthest thing from the truth. And the video didn't even have a pic of me with my shirt off, but the comment made me think for a second. Then I immediately laughed it off and blocked the hell out of them. But if I did believe it, this would have shown me where I need to improve. It would have shown me where my insecurities are, my next hurdle, where I'm not free. And the thing about life, and I say this a lot on this podcast, but we ain't ever going to arrive. And what I mean by that is we won't ever get to a point where we're going to be like, okay, yeah, I conquered personal development. I'm the perfect version of myself. I don't have anything to work on. I reached peak me. We'll never arrive to that point where we're perfect. We're still going to be human. We'll still get pissed off. We'll still have bad days. We'll still have things we have to work on. That won't stop. You might stop working on it, but there will always be flaws. There will always be baggage. And you won't get to a point where you won't ever get offended. We won't ever get to a point where we don't ever get triggered. Will you be in a place that's better than right now? Yes. Yes, you can. But there will still be something there. And that's with anybody. And that's really the goal, actually, to get to a point where you're not as triggered, where you ain't as easily offended, where you don't get pissed off about the same things you did no more. You don't have as much baggage. You don't care about your flaws as much as you used to. If you can look at it from the perspective that you're never going to fully arrive, then you'll be able to experience growth in those areas because you know what you're really aiming for. Getting better, not getting rid of it. Getting better, not getting rid of it, because getting rid of it just really ain't realistic. We're human. Also, while we're talking about other people's opinions, be careful who you take advice from. Don't take advice from the wrong person. For example, I love my older friends and my older family members, but if some of them would try and give me advice on how to grow my social media, I can't really take that advice. I'm respectful, so I'll hear it, but at the end of the day, my decision is going to be made because of something else that I consider. Why? Because no offense to my, I'm not going to say older, but to my seasoned listeners, no offense, but you would probably agree that you don't utilize social media the same way as the younger generation. So that friend wouldn't be the most qualified person to take that advice from. And how many times have you let somebody who wasn't qualified give you advice or an opinion on something? And just like I wouldn't take advice on how to run my Instagram from them, they wouldn't take advice from me on how to raise a child because I don't have kids. I'm not qualified to give that advice. How many of you are not starting your business because of a parent or because of a friend of yours with no business telling you that it's a bad idea, or because family members say, but you have a degree in this? It don't make sense to try and do that. How many people right now are not doing what they truly want to be doing because somebody else told them it wasn't a good idea? And that person more than likely ain't even qualified. If somebody has never made an investment or never tried to grow their social media or never had a kid or never moved to another state or never went into a field that was different from what they started in. If they never did the thing that you're trying to do, then why would you take their advice and let it discourage you? That would be like me taking advice from somebody and letting them give me advice on how to be a millionaire if they've never made $1 million before. Why would you take relationship advice from somebody who has a relationship you wouldn't even want? Why would you take financial advice from somebody who's always broke? Think about who you take advice from. So be in charge of the advice you take, and also be in charge of the opinions and comments that get thrown your way from other people. And if the thing that's said offends you, then you know the areas that you have to work on to improve that insecurity. Again, it's a gift. Nothing can offend you without your consent. And this shows you your own relationship with yourself. And when it happens, you say, you know what? That's okay. It's cool. I know what I'm going to get better at. I know this episode probably wasn't the episode everybody wanted to hear, but it's something a lot of us needed to hear. So now we know where we are and how to navigate these things when they come up. And honestly, this is where you want to be able to understand what it is. And once you eventually are in a better place with it, you'll be better with it. And that's growth. And that's what we're striving for. So that's what I got for you today. If you like this episode, please share it with somebody that can benefit from this, somebody who is a friend or a family member, somebody who has goals and is trying to improve their lives. So thank you again, and let's get it in.